How's it going?
Good, man. Good, bud. How you doing, coach?
Doing pretty good. Have you started training yet, or where are
Oh
you?
yeah. Yeah, I'm 2 weeks in. I got my half marathon November 2nd. So I've got 2 weeks under my belt. Love it, man. Going
Feeling
really
good?
good. Yeah, I got to do my long run tomorrow instead of today because I had an event today for FCA.
Yeah.
My job, we had a car show. So tomorrow morning I'll get those 8 miles in.
Yeah.
First six, easy, last two marathon pace.
Yep. Keep it easy. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, whether you do it Saturday, Sunday, there's no difference.
Mhm.
It's just making sure that you're fueled before the runs, that you're getting in a lot of additional electrolytes, especially when it's hot. Uh,
Yes,
You're,
sir.
you're getting, I mean, preferably like 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes. That's what I like to do.
Good.
And then in terms of eating, getting in some oatmeal or like a power bar or a banana or some peanut butter or something like that. Just something that's going to keep you full, give you a little bit extra boost to get through those 8 miles and really the half marathon too is essential.
Yeah, I appreciate that, coach. I love the weight training, man. I mean, I've got 2 weeks under my belt now. And I've been following it pretty much to a T. My last marathon I ran, I think I paced at like 11:48, and I sent you a screenshot. I was able to hold that 10:30 for five, and if I can get these legs strong and follow the program, I know it'll. I don't know if it'll be 10:30, but I definitely feel good about it being a lot better than the
Yeah,
first one I ran.
that's really going to come down to leg strength and experience too.
Yeah,
But what you can do now is focus on getting stronger with your legs. And if
yeah.
you feel like you can do more, then I would either increase the amount of you want to increase volume. So it's either more weight,
Mhm.
more sets. So instead of doing 3 sets, you would do 4 sets, maybe even 5 sets if you really want. Or what
Yeah.
I actually rather do is just more exercises. So instead of doing 5 or 6 exercises, you would add an extra one or two exercises per workout.
Oh, that's great advice right there, coach.
Yeah,
That's
and so the
yeah.
workouts are going to be a little bit longer, but it's going to be more volume.
Yeah, great advice. I've had a lot of soreness, which I kind of expected the
Good.
soreness, which is normal because, probably working muscles I haven't worked before and, strengthening muscles that need to be strengthened and been planning on just doing that progressive overload,
Hmm.
just adding weight, like you talked about as we go. That's what's worked for me in the past,
Yeah,
but I love the options you just shared though. That was great to kind of hear some options, adding exercises or increasing sets. That's always good to know.
my goal is to
Yeah.
teach you how to think about training.
Yeah.
I can give you the training plans and everything, but if I just give them to you, you're stuck with what's laid out. But if I can teach you how to think,
That's
now you have essentially a playbook that you can deploy and do different strategies for forever.
that's great, coach. That's great. That's good coaching. That's good leadership right there, boss.
Yeah, because and it also makes the coaching a lot easier too.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real good.
keep
It's
good.
cool, Tony, because I look forward to my runs, man. And it's not that I haven't looked forward to my runs in the past, but I just know that, when you feel good about your plan and your training, it just, yeah, I look forward to getting up early tomorrow morning. Usually I always prefer to do my long runs on Saturday.
Mhm.
'Cause I got church on Sunday or whatever. But it's just nice to be able to look forward to having a really good plan and knowing you got something on the calendar
Yeah.
and then you start pushing yourself. So I think there's a lot of great things to this program. You've done a wonderful job, I'm sure, for many people. But I love those
Hmm.
negative splits, man. You're
Yeah.
teaching, you're literally, I think you're teaching your body how to finish strong too, just
Yeah.
subconsciously.
Yeah. That you're doing that mentally, you're preparing to push yourself harder and farther when you're tired. And
Yeah,
then
right.
you're in the gym strengthening those muscles so that you're actually able to do it.
Yeah.
Because what ends up happening is like most people are getting slower, lackadaisical, tired at the end of the run. And if you're not training yourself to dig deep and push down while training, well, what do you
Yeah.
think happens on the half marathon or the full marathon? You do
Good,
the same
buddy.
thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And so if you can teach yourself to, when you get to the fourth quarter or the last 2 minutes and you go harder than when it's the first quarter, well, then
Yeah.
you're going to put yourself up to finish strong, feel good. And one of the
Great.
things I've noticed is like if let's say you run this half marathon and you have a terrible experience, what are the
Yeah.
chances of you wanting to do another half marathon?
Probably not good.
And then what are the chances of you wanting to double the distance and then go to a full marathon?
Definitely not good.
Now, what if you have a great experience on your half marathon?
then those doors are open.
Exactly, right? And a lot of that comes down to what happens on the last few miles of your race and then also how you train for your race. And so if you're training for the race by running 5, 6, 7 times a week, you're going to look back at your training like, oh man, I have to run another 50 miles a week. Like this
Yeah.
sucked. I don't want to
Yeah.
do it again. And then
Yeah.
also if you run the half marathon and you are cramping up and you have to walk and it's super hot and you're dehydrated and you have a bad time or performance or you're out there for 6 hours, then
Right.
that's what you remember. And if you have a bad experience and it's super painful, then
Yeah.
you're not going to want to experience that again. And so I look at ways how I can make the actual race and just the training in general enjoyable. So it's reducing volume, it's getting stronger, and then also on the race, making sure that when you do get to the end, you're going to have the mental and the physical strength to push through and finish strong.
I love it. And you know what else? You're creating lifelong runners.
Yeah, that's another
That's what you're
thing. Now
doing.
you have a balance between running and lifting,
That's
which
right.
means you're gonna one be getting stronger, two you'll be able to mix up the workouts, but because you're doing that, you're gonna have longevity.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking about through, because just like you said, you want to create thought patterns. You want your runners to create their thought patterns, thinking and along these lines. And I'm thinking like that too. I'm thinking, wow, man, this is, I'm 51 years old and I had a wonderful college football career and, just looking for something to stay in shape. But what I really love about your program too, Tony, is, strength training is so crucial, right? I mean, I see these 70-year-olds, God bless their hearts, but they're falling all over the place. They don't have the strength. And I just think the balance of your program is very incentivizing,
Yep,
So it's not like I haven't done a deadlift, brother, since, you know,
playing football.
yeah, since I put on the pads, and I
Yeah,
played for a national championship but I love that, it's brought back all these memories, these compound movements and
yeah,
my muscle has memory, but it's been a long time. So that's where the soreness is coming through. But the deadlift specifically, I've been squatting a little bit before I started the program, which is cool. But the deadlift, the two hands over top and then just
yeah.
really building that back, getting that back strength back. Or I know it works a lot more than that, but that's kind of cool. I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, it feels nice to put some weight on the bar and then lift
Yeah.
it up. Yeah,
Yeah. Been a long time, man. And
yeah.
this little gym I got, they got it, bro. They got the platform, the powder, what I
All
mean,
you need.
it's a nice little setup. So,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of cool things. I've got 2 weeks under my belt and, pretty cool stuff. I'm cranking those gels on the long run every 3 miles. I'll crank a gel. Electrolytes, I got those little electrolyte tabs. Those, I'm popping two of those. Probably taking in a little bit more carbs on a Friday, knowing I'm going to go for 8.
Hmm.
Here's the cool thing, and I'm sure other clients have brought this up to you. You never really go past that 5 mile mark. Well, maybe on the full marathon training plan, but on the half, you don't see, you basically drop the time down.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking like that. Well, that needle's not going to move, even if I did the 16 week. So if I felt comfortable, then let's just drop that time down a little bit, you
Yeah,
know?
you can drop the time down, or if you feel like
Yeah.
you want to get a little bit more miles under your belt, then you can run 6, maybe 7 miles.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know how constricting that was.
No, it's more of like the way I look at it. Monday through Friday, I want to be in and out of working out. Like I want to be done in an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Allows me, 'cause especially if you're working full time, you don't have
Oh,
time to necessarily be in the gym for 2, 3 hours or run
yeah.
for 2 to 3 hours. And so
Yeah.
I'm always thinking, okay, realistically,
That's smart, bro.
if you did a 10-minute mile, then that's 50 minutes, some stretching too. That's gonna be about an hour. Maybe you do 6 miles, you can get there an hour, give or take. And so
Good, Tony.
I just try to keep especially for a half marathon too. Like if
That's
you're gonna run
good.
a half marathon, you're probably gonna finish it in 2 hours, maybe two and a
Yeah.
half hours. And so you really don't need to be working out for 2 hours every single day. I mean, an hour is
Yeah.
totally fine.
That's good, Tony. That's really good, bro. So, and that's the truth in my case. I mean, I'm a full-time minister, missionary for
Mhm.
sports. I've got a wife, 2 kids. My job's demanding in a good way. Bro, I don't have time to be running no 8, 9 miles on a Monday.
Yeah,
I got like, so, but Saturday morning, I
you
can't.
all the time in the
I'm
world.
good. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I don't feel bad, bro. I don't feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I'm up, bro, get my coffee. I'm good, bro.
yeah.
I got to. couple verses in and, going through, but I can get on the road and not worry about, okay, cool. The 8's fine. I'm not rushing back thinking, wow, I've got these 5 meetings today. It's just, so that helps me, you saying that. And, if I could get the extra mile, that's great. But Mondays and Thursdays are demanding for me, from a work standpoint. So that's another plus,
Yeah.
that's another check mark to your program or, your philosophy and your layout, man, because bro, after I get that run, I got to take a shower. I got to get going. I got phone calls, Zoom calls, all
Yeah.
the above. Life, you know?
Yeah, and I've seen some programs. I've even worked with one client where he would run anywhere from 10 to 15 miles before
Good.
or after work, and that's during the week,
Oh yeah.
right? Imagine running 15 miles and then having to be on Zoom calls and calls
Yeah.
and meetings all day. Like, how do you think your energy levels are going to be? Like,
Yeah. See, that's what I really like about you, Tony, and your program. You've really made it realistic, doable, ways you can improve. You can, I love it, bro. I've been doing this for a while. I don't, but I'm able to really pull off your experience. It's cool, man. It's good to be motivated, encouraged again, to go out there and say, hey, you know what? I might be able to run some of the best runs I've ever ran in my life and do it within the context, within the framework of work-life balance, those type of things.
yeah, because if you don't have that balance, because like I'm thinking of one client right now where
Yeah.
he he had his girlfriend broke up with him
Oh
because of
no.
how much running he was doing training for a marathon, which sounds
I've
crazy, but
I've heard, yeah, it's true though. I've heard about it.
yeah, it's which yeah, I mean it's crazy to even say it
Bad.
out loud, but he was running
No.
multiple marathons just to
Yeah.
train for one marathon.
Oh, that's sad, bro. You hate to hear that.
Yeah, and so and I mean, there obviously there's other elements and reasons why, but that
Yeah.
was one of the reasons he brought up when we were first started working together was that
Yeah.
he needed to only be in and out of the gym or in and out of a run within an hour.
You're the man, Tony. You're a godsend, bro. Not just for me, but many people, bro. You,
For
you,
sure.
you know, I hope you're encouraged, man. You're changing a lot of lives, man. You're
Yep.
doing a great, yeah, you're doing a great
One
work.
person
And,
at one person at a time. So
uh,
if you know one
yeah,
other person who's training for a half marathon, that's
yeah,
over.
yeah. And you know what's cool too, Tony? You're making it affordable for guys like us. The common man. Working hard, trying to make a living, and you've made it. And I appreciate that. And I'm sure others have told you that. So, man, you keep rocking, bro. You're changing lives, man.
Thank you.
So, I'm
Appreciate
just
it.
I'm just glad to be part of your program, and I'm looking forward to having a conversation with you. 4 or 5 months down the road. Where we can fine tune some things or whatnot. But right now I'm just laser focused on the second. I'm going to be running down in Broward at Hollywood Beach on the water. It's gorgeous. I love those beach runs, man. I'm up in North Florida now, but I'm from South Florida, so it's going to be nice. I love the scenes and being able to just put all this stuff into practice that Saturday morning. That's going to be a special morning. You
Yeah.
know, I feel good about everything right now, Tony. Just learning, finding my way through this, but 2 weeks under my belt, definitely feel confident. There's still some more classroom stuff I got to do through your website. You've really done a great job of putting that classroom thing together with the different subjects. So I've probably knocked out about 3 of them,
Nice.
and I got some more work to do, but I'll have some free time tomorrow. I'll just keep chipping away at it. But right now, I don't have too many more questions. I know I'm getting better. I feel better. And, just to be able to put 5 together like that the other day is definitely, I've been able to done that in a long time, and that's in a shorter period of time. So all is well, my friend.
Yeah, I mean,
That's yeah,
you put together 5 miles in 2 weeks. Where do you think you're going to
yeah,
be in 12 weeks?
yeah, yeah. So we'll keep chopping wood. We'll keep
Yep.
chopping wood down here in Florida, bro.
That's the only way to do it, one day at a
Yeah.
time.
But I'm gonna head up here and watch these Canes play South Florida. But I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time, and hopefully some of the information here can benefit somebody.
Yeah, definitely. I'll make sure to share this recording and everything.
Yeah,
We have the coaching calls every Tuesday or yeah, every Wednesday and
yeah,
Saturday at 4 p.m. And so anytime you want to hop in, you got any questions you want to share or
yeah,
ask or anything like that, you'll feel free to stop by.
yeah. And I learned some stuff today. I like, just from our little conversation here, I picked up some things. I'm always picking up things here and there,
Sure.
and you made the Monday make sense of why you laid that out. Now I can say one more thing. Now Thursday, my legs are hurt. Like boy, it's just 4 miles, but there's nothing in the tank because I
Yeah,
I do that leg day on.
that's good. That's good.
But
So
according to your program, that's normal.
yeah, that's normal. So one, you want to
Okay.
be sore after you lift weights. So that means you're
Right.
lifting weights properly and you're pushing yourself. And then two, since you're running on the sore legs, and now make sure that you're running at a slower pace so you're not, putting yourself in a position to hurt yourself or anything. But
Yeah.
your legs are gonna be tired and sore at the
Right.
end of a marathon. And so you're training to
Yes.
you're
Yes.
training to what it feels like to run when your legs are tired and sore.
Yes.
So
And
I'm
and
preparing.
I've heard you say that in the recordings and the classroom teachings.
Yeah,
So I knew that going in. So I wasn't surprised or like, why do your legs feel like bricks right now? Because that was to be expected for that
yeah,
Thursday run. And so, I mean, I'm probably at like a 1:38 pace, super easy,
yeah.
but I made sure I got the mileage in.
Yeah, take your time. Don't worry about pace. Don't worry about any of that. Just really just get a few miles in
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
embrace it because what how you feel on that Thursday run when you are tired, when your legs are sore,
Right.
when you're fatigued, they're heavy, is
Yeah.
exactly how the last couple miles of your half or your full marathon is going to
Yeah.
feel. And
Yep.
if you're not prepared for that, then you're going to end up walking and doing all this
Yep.
crazy stuff on your race. And so everything you're
Exactly.
doing, from the lifting to the running on Thursdays to running faster at the end on the Saturday, all
Yeah.
that is getting you prepared for what you're going
Yeah.
to experience
Yeah.
on your race.
Yes. And having listening to you and really going in the classroom, as far as what you're providing has helped me a lot with that. It's knowing that, hey, this is what it's going to be like, or hey, this is how it's going to feel. So, um, which is good. So that was my last little, tidbit there.
Cool.
So,
Well,
but
everything sounds like everything's going well. I mean, but just keep it
yes,
up.
sir.
Yeah, keep it
Well,
up, follow it. And then, if you had any other questions, you want me to help you make any adjustments, hop on another call here in the next, week or two or whatever. And like I said, I'll
yeah,
help you.
perfect, Tony. Have a great weekend, brother. God
Awesome.
bless you, man.
Have a great weekend.
All right, you too, man.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah.